What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today is a dope-ass day. I'm very excited about this because today we get to take a look at Owlcat's Dark Heresy. For those of you that don't know, Owlcat is the company that's gotten the license for Pathfinder, they've gotten the license for Warhammer 40K RPGs, and in general, they've done a really good job with it. The last title that they put out, Rogue Trader, was a little bit buggy for my taste, but eventually they got it all nice and patched up, and it ended up being a really enjoyable Warhammer 40K CRPG. Dark Heresy is inside that exact same universe, except a little bit different. Dark Heresy is named after the tabletop game, which is just like D&D, except that Dark Heresy is the kind of game where you make 5 character sheets when you first start playing the game because it's like Shadowrun. It's hyper deadly, and there's a really good chance that if the bad guys get a good roll, you're just gonna die instantaneously blown in half by a bolter round. And so I'm interested to see how they convert that hyper deadly, super threatening universe into a CRPG that's accessible, playable, while still maintaining that theme. For those of you that have never played Dark Heresy before, in the Dark Heresy universe, you are a minion of the Inquisition in the Warhammer 40K universe. Note that I said a minion of the Inquisition. You are technically from the Inquisition, but you are essentially the Inquisition scout that gets sent out as a first wave to investigate happenings, which means that the mortality rate inside this core of units that you comprise is actually quite high. You are highly expendable, highly disposable, and if you manage to survive through like half of a campaign, you're honestly probably fated for greatness. So if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, it's not out yet. This is a limited alpha playtest for members of the media that they've been distributing, but I will put a link down below so that you can check out the game on Steam and possibly wishlist it for later when they do end up doing open playtests. Then from there, you can also find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links just in case you wanted to give them the old spicy click, but let's dive straight on in and see if we have a good time with it. So really, there's 2 different things that we can pick between here as an origin story. I think the way that it's gonna matter is that when going through this, we start out with different escorts. So on this one, apparently we were sent out on a mission to get a Inquisition artifact. We did retrieve the artifact, but our mentor died in the process. As a result, we end up with an escort that is a Catachan jungle fighter. For those of you that don't know Warhammer 40K, these guys, they are so muscular that their muscles count as armor. They're basically Rambo, all right? We get a chirurgeon, which is a surgeon, and we get a sanctioned psyker. So that's pretty good. You don't want any unsanctioned psychers inside your ranks if you can help it, although I guess if you were going to have one, being in the Inquisition shields you a little bit, but they're not going to stick their neck out if he gets exposed. In this one, we failed the mission to get the artifact, but our mentor did survive. We get the exact same starting out. I kind of like the idea that we got the artifact, so we completed the mission. We stayed on task and got it done because the Inquisition seems to appreciate stuff like that and lost our mentor. I think this puts us in the best possible position because at any moment, our Inquisition handler, who is actually an Inquisitor or at least a high captain of an Inquisitor, can have us killed at a moment's notice. Like I said, we're disposable. So at least we've completed the mission on this one. Let's go for it. Alright, so Inquisitor Milenticilia and Battle Sister Septima are in the Marisportum Sectoris. So we've got to go there and we've got to find them so that we can potentially converse. This guy's name is Eyeball over here. It looks like my entire party moves at the exact same time. Yo, that is a hell of a patch of servitors that we've got right there. I am the Acolyte? Okay, fair enough. I don't know what we're wielding right now, but I'll worry about that a little bit later. Marisportum is better than you think, Upper Hiver. Just don't let it eat you up. Okay, let's open up the door. Hello there, Upper Hivers. You need to know a couple of things before you go any further. The grimy man proudly shows off the aluminum tattoos glowing dimly under his skin. I'm here to make sure everybody knows what's what right out of the gate. The Baron and us as carvers are in charge of the town. We keep order here, so watch yourselves and you'll be good. We can show our sigil, so every minion of the Inquisition has a badge. The badge is called your rosette, but it comes with, I'm giving you a little bit of thematic background here because I know that being fully immersed into the Warhammer 40K universe can be very overwhelming after 40 years of lore being written. So we have a thing that's called a rosette. It's like a badge. It's the same thing that a member of the FBI or something would have. However, we are meant to be undercover agents that are usually investigating things that will not become apparent to us if we instantly reveal that we are the Inquisition. So playing as a member of the Inquisition, we have to be very, very careful about when we whip this thing out because it tends to escalate situations. Doors tend to close. People are terrified of the Inquisition in this universe. And once you blow that door open, there's no shutting it in this investigation anymore. So I'm going to go with this one right here. I've had colder receptions. What can you tell me? Well, all right, listen, you're in the lower town. It's where the outcasts and the unlucky sods live, and then you've got the divers. Don't mess with them. They're under the Baron's protection. From here, you can get to the upper town. That's where the Baron's lair is, along with the local fanatics, the Flock of Repentance, blast them. You're better off not going outside the town. There are upper hivers digging around on one side and ferals living on the other. The Baron drove the ferals out of town, and now they pounce on any scrap of meat that they can find. I see. All right, I have a full picture. I'm gonna go. We'll end that dialogue real quick, and let's head into the middle of the city. Controls thus far feel exactly the same as they did inside of Rogue Trader. Oh, do I have to rubber bandbox everybody? Gotcha. Are we not on, like, follow mode right now? Now that I've got everybody merrily following me along, he didn't say, like, a direction that this place was going to be in. Do I have a map available? Where's my map at? All right, let's have a look at the map over here. There's loot on the map, which is really fantastic. I like the idea of there being loot, and so we should probably look around and see if we can find that. Looks like I can turn this bad boy on over here, like this hitch. Let's go see if we can use it. So our best character with tech use went ahead and did it. We got 8 experience, and now what do I get? What's inside this little coffer right here? I like treasure. It looks like we've got a package of mesh weave, and it looks like we've got data conduit cable coils. Okay, guessing junk loot. Probably not going to be incredibly useful, but it might actually put a couple of coins in our pockets. What's going on with this thing over here? Let's see what that is. A crowd of onlookers and the owner of the chest are watching you closely. Can I have it? Like, what if I would like, oh, I can sleight of hand it? Gotcha. I'm going to save my game first, because in games like this, I am a terminal save scummer. But let's see if we can grab the thing real fast. Can I sleight of hand it real quick? There may be some kind of event that triggers that. Nobody's named inside of here. Can I, like, talk to any of these people? What's going on over here? Disperse the crowd with your sigil or disperse them by shooting over their heads. I mean, Warhammer 40K is a pretty trigger-happy universe. Disperse! Be on your way. The Inquisition has arrived. Alright, now I will take control of whatever this is. Give it to me. What do we have? We've got a maglev impeller, we've got a monomolecular edged bayonet, and we've got a motion predictor sensor. All trash loot, or maybe something that can be salvaged, I would think. What's this thing right here? Change squad? It just looks like a drop point where I can get new characters if I have, like, extra people that are waiting for me on board the Litany of Litinous Litening, or whatever the name our ship is. It's always something like that. There's a guy inside of a cage. Can I talk to him? You've got the wrong man. Let me go and I'll tell you about the witch who lives near me. Yeah, that's not the focus of my investigation right now. If I inspect that, do I have good chances? A symbol daubed in blood comprehensible to the dull-witted residents of the Hab Zone. This is how local preachers mark the houses of those who are insufficiently zealous in their service to him. Okay, fair enough. He's on his own! Take him down! Blarg! Do I get my own Ogryn? Ogryns are like my favorite thing in the entire world. If this is the point at which I get a pet Ogryn, this is about to be the best day ever. I promise I will supply him with only the finest rations. The Ogryn before you is so huge that it makes him look like a walking slab of rock. His body bears enough burns and wounds to kill any ordinary human, and yet they barely seem to be a nuisance to the giant. He takes a menacing step towards you, raising his weapon with a growl. Enough, you fought well. Guardsman. His growling gives way to comprehensible words and his grave expression to almost childlike bewilderment. They not call me Guardsman. Sometimes Sergeant Owley call me you there are abhuman, but not Guardsman. The weapon in the Ogryn's hands lowers slowly while he's busy pondering the new circumstances. You not the enemy, I thinks. Then are you reinforcement? I'm gonna give him a Medicae kit. Anything to give me a pet Ogryn. For me, I'm not allowed. It's what the sergeant says, but he seems torn. He's not here, so I'll take it. Tell me your name, Ogryn. He hesitates before showing you the tattoo on his bicep. O118B. Are you actually called O118B? Yes, inventory number. The Ogryn pauses in thought, but you can call me Cog. It's what the sergeant calls me. Oh, he actually gave you a name in between the hey yous. That was super empathetic of him. What happened here? We was on patrol. These ones come at us. Wounded sergeant gave me orders, hold position till reinforcement come. The sergeant want to recover the rear, he said. Who was in command of your unit? Sergeant Owley, 10th Platoon, Citadin Fusiliers, 27th. That's right, I think. Okay, evidently the Ogryn is talking about the Scintillan Fusiliers regiments of the Astra Militarum. Some of the bodies around you are dressed in their uniform. You're alone out here? No one else from your unit survived. Ogryn furrows his brow in annoyance. I'm with Sergeant Owley. He went get reinforcement. He be back. I wouldn't count on it, pal. Haymar scoffs and turns to you. I can't help but wonder why a squad of Fusiliers had to meet an inglorious death in this hole. But what matters right now is that we can't abandon the Astra Militarum property, which is what this abhuman is. Either he'll end up in the wrong hands, or he's going to cause a lot of trouble if we leave him unsupervised. We have to return him to command, not to mention these boneheads are terribly expensive. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that he had the skull case. He's got a bonehead augment. So basically, if an Ogryn distinguishes himself in combat, he gets one of these plate things on his head. It's a cybernetic enhancement that makes him slightly smarter than like a 5-year-old, because most Ogryns have, like the smartest Ogryns to ever live have the intelligence of like a 7-year-old or like an 8-year-old. Most Ogryns are basically heavily militarized giant toddlers, and so this guy actually right here is capable of processing somewhat complex thought. Not really, but kinda. Sorrow folds his arms, his tone indignant. The loyalty of this paltry-minded abhuman deserves more than what he's received for faithful service. You can't be allowed to remain here without command. 118B, you're the property of the Imperium, and you will come with me until the matter's been cleared up. I got's orders. The Ogryn stares you down with the obstinacy of a Grox. The sergeant said hold position. Until the sergeant says so, I not leave position. Can I help you find your sergeant? Ogryn thinks for a while. I not know, but sergeant wounded. That's bad. Should find him, maybe. I don't know what he looks like. Come with me and you can help me recognize him. I got's orders, but sergeant has been gone long. Maybe got lost. Maybe more of those ones attacked him. Have to find sergeant. All right, we'll go, but can't leave Fusiliers like that. Bugs here, and those reinforcements always late. Okay, I'll inform command about the bodies. The Ogryn nods grimly. The entire time that you spend establishing a connection and conveying the message, he looms over you like a dark, silent mountain. Oh, nice. We got rep with the Fusiliers. Very nice. Okay, so what am I turning on over here? Like, what is this? Initiating Vox frequency tracking mode. Track down the sergeant's Vox signal. Okay, well, he's in, like, this direction, I think. I don't know what the purple thing is on the ground right there, but I would like to loot it. There's definitely something there. So he's off in that direction. We can't get through that right there. We're going to have to find our way around. What's this interaction over here? Oh, if we got somebody with athletics, we can pull it. And we have an Ogryn, the king of athletics rolls. Hell yeah. Go get it, 118. What did we get? Goods? Okay. I mean, it's like 15 bucks. I would qualify that as more bads than goods, but, you know. We'll take it for the greater Imperium. I think we need to go back this way or something. I'm not really too sure. The hell is going on over here? And what the hell is that thing? What absolute trash planet did the Inquisition send me to? They got like giant lava dragons? What is that thing? The carcass of the sea monster shows clear signs of mutation. The precise cause remains a mystery. And where there is mutation, there is heresy. And we shall purge it. Death to the heretic. Further on down the road, there is a pipe up here. I don't know if I can do anything with it, but like it looks like cannot be targeted with a precision attack. Can it be targeted with like a normal doo-doo attack? Okay, we'll like doo-doo attack it out, I guess. I mean, hopefully that didn't deprive some Underhiver of his water supply, but then again, if you've seen Underhive water, chances are you probably don't want to drink it anyways. Over here we've got contained plasma and a Magnus-class rechargeable battery. Gotcha, and it looks like we're capable of limited traversal like climbing and whatnot too. It's been quite a while since I played Rogue Trader, and so I don't even remember exactly. I got like 25 hours into Rogue Trader, and a bug killed my playthrough, and so like, unfortunately, I had to like let it rest. That was like right after the game first came out, and I haven't gone back to it, but honestly, I've been kind of thinking about it lately. But due to that fact, it's been years since I checked that out, so I don't know exactly what we're capable of here. Oh, free goods, nice. I like free goods. A fire grenade. Who's got my best chucking skill? I'm pretty sure in Dark Heresy, agility checks are how you throw things. I don't remember if it loops back into ballistic skill. It's been a solid 8 or 9 years since I played it last, like in a tabletop setting. So like, who's got my best ballistic skill? You do? Then I'm guessing, I mean, he's got a frag grenade on him. He's got a Medicae kit. I don't know how good he is at Medicae. Who's our best Medicae right now? It looks like she is, so she's going to be our best Epione, is going to be our best Medicae user. I'll leave it spread around for the moment. Nobody else has empty slots, and I'm not crazy interested in slotting in the grenade and getting rid of, like, healing capacity. Hey, there we go. It's up against the wall right here. Call it in. Low signal strength. Recommendation, find another source. Damn. What's up with this over here? We got like cogs and stuff laying on the ground. I can push that. It's a 50% athletic. I'm by myself. No, where's my team? I mean, we still managed to pull it off, so that's pretty sick. Give me the goodies, and then why is everyone not over here with me? Do not leave me to my own devices. I get in trouble when left to my own devices. It looks like we can climb up here. Being up higher may help us dig out that Vox signal, but it'll depend how we access that area right there. It does look like up this way we've got another signal that we can track down, and it is a little bit higher up off the ground. So maybe we can dig it out over here. There we go. Still low signal strength. All right, well, tech use, whatever that is. See if you can get us into it. Are you in your right mind, Acolyte? Another stunt like that, and I will consider it tantamount to heresy. Oh, my bad. Sister Septima, what's up? Sister Septima studies you. Acolyte Leander de Tyrrell's Acolyte, I remember you. Rarely does one meet an Acolyte who bears the burden of their duty with such zeal. Continue to be steadfast in your undertakings, and you shall learn the grace of serving the God Emperor. I've been sent to assist you, sister, but I don't know my objective. I thank the God Emperor for this. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind, for now you need know only what I tell you. First, Inquisitor Millicenta Willadilla has lost the, I'm just going to call her, like, I don't know, I'm just going to call her Quesadilla from now on, has lost the greater part of her servants in the Hab Zone. This has slowed her investigations and consequently our joint work. Find out what has happened to them as soon as you can. Otherwise, Inquisitor Quesadilla will be forced to spend time she could be devoting to saving Calixis. Second, my servant Durkis, who wants to make contact with the local preacher Urkemus. His orders were to question Urkemus and bring me the particulars I require. Durkis has the gall not to present himself before me. You must descend down into the bowels of this rotten place, learn where Durkis is now, and bring him to me. You will recognize the servant by the robes of the ecclesiarchy, black hair cropped short and the implant plate that's been set into his forehead. Okay. Since when are we obligated to act as lackeys for the Adeptus Sororitas? The Lord Inquisitor transferred all of you to serve under my command for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are to follow my orders. What happens afterwards, only the God Emperor will know. So you're suggesting we search an entire Hab Zone to find Durkis. To avoid fruitless searching, go to Confessor Urkemus, head of the Flock of Repentance. He dwells in the so-called Upper Town. You'll find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close, so you may pass through the gates freely. Say that I sent you, and he will reveal every secret. You've arrived with sufficient haste, so I judge Durkis could not be swept away in the toxic surge. Bring him to me alive and whole. So you work with the Inquisitor? The Inquisitor is conducting her own investigation here. Her efforts are without a doubt directed at supporting the Tyrantine Cabal. Yet upon learning of my arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous mission. Our talks about working together have stalled, and she now avoids my company. Given Inquisitor Quesadilla's dire circumstances, it is all the more surprising that her agent, Rufinus Scragg, is probing Marisportum Sectoris on some mission. I must know what he's trying to sniff out. My people lost track of him, therefore I entrust it to you. According to the report, the agent bears an old burn on his face and an augmentation on the lower part of his left leg below the knee. These distinguishing features will guide you in your search. Okay, you want me to spy on other agents of the Inquisition? Yep, I want to be kept informed of developments, and Mistress Quesadilla is slow to share intelligence. My people are needed here, but you are a different matter. Alright, I'll do what I can. It is heartening to hear that you grasp the significance of this mission. Find Durkis, return him. The objective is clear. I am not finished yet. Since the last tidal surge, people have been disappearing in these parts. Most of them missing were certainly swallowed by the flood, yet others vanished afterward. People continue to go missing. On some nights, as many as 50 can be unaccounted for. Among other tasks, you must discover what became of the unfortunates and who's responsible for the disappearance. That's all. Go see to it. I mean, it's a hive city, so like 11 trillion people live on this planet. Are we really concerned in splitting hairs over like 50 a night? I'm willing to bet that underhive gangs probably do worse things to people on a daily basis here. It's just an observation. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, NVIDIA over here is hanging out with her stock tips on what we should invest in. Ooh, there's goods. Give them to me. Now we've got repair kits. It looks like we've got all kinds of little thingies, and our armor does have durability from what I've seen so far, so we'll have to keep an eye on that too. Taking a look at the greater overworld map, the upper town's that way and the excavation site is that way. Let me run around for a second off camera and see if I can find any more of the Vox signals from the Sergeant. And once I've got that figured out, we'll oh, we've been stopped. Never mind. Acolyte, I've business with you. If I'm not mistaken, Acolyte, I'm pleased to welcome you. Your name has been on everyone's lips in the Bastion lately. A woman in a plain robe stands in your path. Beneath her hood, the lenses of an eye augmentation emit an unpleasant buzzing whir. Assisting the Sister of Battle is doubtless a good deed, but still, she pauses. With proper Inquisitors, do you not agree? My patron, Mistress Quesadilla, is right now inspecting the excavation outside the settlement. A courtesy visit would be at the very least prudent on your part. I can escort you there immediately. You claim to be an acolyte, but on what grounds do I believe you? Yeah, you need to show me the rosette. She glances around a shirt of privacy and pulls back the hem of her robe to reveal a sturdy synth leather armor and sigil dully gleaming on her belt. Not many in the Imperium would be foolish enough to wear a sigil without the Inquisitor's authorization, wouldn't you say? Okay, lead on. That's all that I wanted to see. I just wanted to make sure because there are machinations going on. Like in Dark Heresy, you have to play it just like Shadowrun. Trust nobody. Don't believe anything that anybody says because you are knee-deep in criminal scum the entire duration of your campaign. People that have no problem just slitting your throat the second that you turn around. And so, like, I need to see a rosette first. Show me a badge. Looming over the recolager curled up on the ground, the Inquisitor asks for what does not seem like the first time. Have you remembered anything? We have guests, Inquisitor. Mistress Quesadilla. I saw him at Sister Septima's camp and thought it best to bring him to you immediately. I give the Bastion's envoy over to you. By your leave, I must return to my post. Anton Zerb's newest protege. I thought you would make an appearance sooner or later. Spez, I haven't seen you in quite some time. It's a pity that you've decided to use your talents in the service of another Inquisitor. Epione gives the Inquisitor a reserved nod but does not say a word. I am here to provide assistance in your mission. Is that so? I didn't request assistance from the Cabal. Since you're here, that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerb. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the witness wounds. He's not permitted to die before the end of the interrogation. Dariel, I'll be waiting for a report on our progress. As for you, your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct? I'm only a messenger, Inquisitor. Please, stay your anger. Is there any way I could be of help to you? Always be respectful with Inquisitors. As I said previously, they can just murk you. There's no consequences. You are trash, disposable filth. And so it's best to kind of show up and keep some measure of decorum when talking to Inquisitors. The Inquisitor narrows her eyes. Perhaps. My expedition team has gone missing from the excavation site. Workers, disciples of the machine cult, guards. Started with the first seaquake that hit the Hab zone, and the workers complained of fatigue and ceaseless nightmares. This is not a local incident. People all over the Marisportum sectoris are suffering from similar symptoms. Many of them have likewise disappeared without a trace. More and more go missing every single day. Reports have shown that these disappearances are systematic, so we can rule out natural population decline. We must learn why people in the Hab zone are disappearing, and you will begin your investigation right here in my camp. Even an amateur could see there are signs of looting. It might have been more than one group. Several? I don't know. Find out. Reconstruct the events that took place in the camp. I graciously give you my permission to use the sacred mechanisms bestowed upon the Ordo Xenos by members of the cult Mechanicus. Okay, we have hollow invokers. Gotcha. And do not forget to interrogate the witness. She nods at the body, writhing at her feet. The old man knows something, but it seems my methods have caused him to lose the last of his memory. I don't have time to coax the answers out of him, so you deal with it instead. When you're done, report what you've learned. Questions? Okay, so she gave me an amulet that's supposed to identify myself to people, like, in the lower area that are working for her. So that should be helpful. I don't know how much, like, problematic stuff's gonna happen inside of here. But knowing Dark Heresy, probably nothing good. We're probably gonna get shot at, just a fair warning. Let's tech use this real fast. So it immediately apparent that the cogitator's been maintained well. The machine spirit responds to your request. Okay, let me go through this. Inside the logs inside of there, it said that armed men have been sneaking around the periphery of the camp and that they don't know who it is. Let's grab this treasure real quick. Nice, dude, 180 bucks. Let's go. I love 180 bucks. 180 bucks is fantastic. I could use 180 bucks. Part of the ancient structure is buried under rubble. Okay, well, we didn't notice anything over there. I'm guessing there's a perception check or something over in that area to find, like, hidden loot or something. So we can go to the excavation's lower level. I still need to find this sergeant, though. Maybe I'll do that off camera. Let me see if I can find this guy. Ah, I found something over here. I was also running around looting all the crates, and I got myself a kick-ass cape, and I got new armor for my bonehead, too, so that's pretty cool. What you want? I got nothing on me. The man standing before you looks terrible, even by the standards of his surroundings. His right arm is withered and dangles limply at his side, and his mouth boasts an impressive 2 teeth. A repulsive odor hangs around him like a cloud, hitting you from 3 paces away. His foul appearance only serves to make his accessories more striking. A brand new Vox with gilded corners hangs on his chest, while a militarum cap sits on his head. Where did you acquire these things? They're all mine and only mine. I didn't steal them. Tell me where you got them, or I'll use your fingers as fishing bait. We're in the Inquisition. We don't ask nicely, and we don't perform diplomacy. It's get down or lay down when it comes to the Inquisition. You'd have cut him off to do that? Oh, I get it now. I traded Inktooth for him at the marketplace. Cost me a whole injector of Gergesum. That's Astra Militarum standard issue. He's not allowed to have that, so give that back. That belongs to us. That's right, Commander. Stealing's bad, but stealing from the sergeant, very bad. Give it here. Okay, so we got a military-grade Vox, and then we've got a Fusilier's cap. We get more fellowship. Okay, so we get, like, charisma stat for it. So Inkblotter is going to be our next target, like the guy that we need to find. That guy's name is Dire Spike, and he's got a glowing skull on his face, so he's probably not a good guy. Release the divers, and I promise you an easy death. Like I'd believe you, Baron's mutt. Everybody knows that your boss saws people's arms and legs off. Listen, let the fishermen go and you can clear off back to the swamp. I promise I won't shoot you in the back. At least not today. Sure, we'll do that. These stinking fools are our best shot at some loot. The burly thug covered in aluminum tattoos looks mean and wary in equal measure. Stop, you idiot. Can't you see we've got a situation here? A short woman in a diving suit without a helmet roughly shoves the bandit aside coming forward. Shut your trap, newbie. Listen, you're not a local, are you? Help us out. I'm Calby, head of... new audience. Let's see what happens now. Who are you in charge of? Am I in charge of the carvers? These loomers? No, thank the God Emperor. The Baron is the one who holds their leash. I lead the divers. The ferals, the thugs from the swamps are holding a couple of my boys for ransom in the warehouse. You look like you're armed. Maybe you can help us? These guys only know how to pump themselves full of Gergesum. Is there something I can do to help? Call me Dire Spike. I'm in charge here right now. Those bloody ferals, Crimson Fangs lot, got past the guard post and hold themselves up in the hangar. Only there's a black sludge and divers in there. Now they're asking for ransom. Usually they just grab somebody or rob them and run back to the swamp, but they're getting cocky now. What are we supposed to do, huh? We went to that hole in the ground to get our loot, and those vicious bastards were there. They took out 2 of our squads. Man's gotta eat, you know, and now I've got you. Tough luck. What can I say? Wait here, Fang. We're gonna settle this. Don't take too long in there, all right? My boys are twitchy buggers. What's your plan? What do the savages want? What? How come you didn't just ask them? They want booze. They want to throw their weight around, I reckon. They promise not to touch the fish eyes if we bring them booze. I mean, let's solve this the fun way. What do they think they are? Attack! Yes, Commander. Dire Spike looks at you for a few seconds, then wearily gestures for his men to let you pass. We haven't seen any combat yet. It's been all dialogue. I'm here to fight, bro. I'm trying to get down, even though I know fully well that fighting is a terrible idea in Dark Heresy. All right, so we've got cover over here. I would like to start out in cover. I think that would be the smartest play. He can't start out in cover, so have fun being a bullet sponge, my big Ogryn buddy. With our other characters... Where do I want to dig them in at? We've got another defensive position right there. The Catachan, I'll probably put in right there. And then my Psyker, actually swap these 2's positions. So I want the Psyker with me, just in case. I don't know what the Psyker's going to do, but we'll start the... Oh, no. That's not what I want anymore. This overhang right here is blocking my line of sight. Can't zoom out any further, really, either. All right, so let's start the battle. Psyker's up first. What is the Psyker capable of? We can siphon life, and it looks like we can also melee attack with our staff. We've got a number of psychic abilities over here. I am aware that this is probably a terrible idea. So I haven't played Dark Heresy. They probably have a new edition out, but in the edition that I played, every single time you cast a psychic power, you got to roll on Perils of the Warp, which is a giant table that's effectively punishing you for using warp powers because magic inside this universe comes from the other side, from hell itself, essentially, to put it in layman's terms. I'm not going to get super far into a lore deep dive, but there's a chance that every time you tear open the veil to cast magic, something will come through or something bad will happen. I don't know what precisely is going to happen here. I may have to actually smack these guys in melee to use that, which would be a particularly terrible... I mean, I see my movement points are going away, but that might just be because you can't attack and then move, but you can move then attack. Let's try and find out. Firestorm! They've all been suppressed, and they are now all on fire, which is pretty rad. That's pretty awesome. I like it when my enemies are on fire. It looks like I can run Blaze Weaver. Yeah, let's increase the amount of burning that all these idiots have on them right now. That sounds like the play. It looks like a lot of them get to take a turn right now, so I'm hoping we're sturdy, because we're probably about to get shot in the face. Aw, they shot my Ogryn, dude. He's just a big old buddy. Why you guys shoot him for? The real question is, do I want to use his Ripper gun? Or do I want... So the Ripper gun is like a giant, ridiculous, like, 2-gauge automatic shotgun. It's an absurdly powerful weapon. How much damage does this do? 6 to 11? And how much AP is that going to cost him? It's going to cost him 2, so he can bust it twice. Ogryns are not exactly known for their accuracy. Oh... It's an AoE. Okay. Yeah. You can all catch one right now. I don't care about that. Can he shoot it again? Or is he just kind of like stuck? He does have an ability called Endure. Since he's out front, that's going to increase his armor durability by 9. I think that's a good idea, so let's just have him endure. He's also got another interesting ability where he counts as full cover for everybody behind him, so you can walk behind him like a SWAT team behind shields shooting out from behind him, which I think is actually pretty cool. I think that's all he can do on his turn, so we'll pass it. Yeah, you don't want to do that, man. That's a mistake. You definitely don't want to try to fist fight an Ogryn. That's going to end up really, really poorly for you. My torso's been injured, but I like my torso. I've always been a fan of my torso. That guy's going to throw a frag grenade. That guy shot my Ogryn once. It doesn't really matter. What was this guy going to do? This guy was going to do something. I think they get an attack of opportunity, though, if I step out of this. You know what? Just throw a toxic grenade on all those dudes. I'll try to peel this guy off of you as soon as I possibly can. But you guys can get gassed, and you can get gassed, like, right this second. I don't care about anything else. With only 2 AP remaining, I was hoping maybe we could use some AP to disengage and get away from this guy. I'm going to have to do something to peel this guy off of her. But we also have this idiot with his grenade on the next turn, which is going to be a big problem. I'm hoping the Catachan can deal with him. So the grenade goes off on this turn. Gotcha. I can immediately grant an ally another turn. I think that sounds like a really good idea. Yeah, because this guy's got the flank right here, so I feel pretty strongly that I should do something about this. 2 to 32 damage. What weapon are you wielding right now? A heavy stubber? Oh my god, my man's got like, for those of you that don't know, a heavy stubber is a 50 cal. One of the running jokes in Warhammer 40K is that the Ma Deuce of United States Marine Corps fame is such a good gun that 40,000 years in the future, the Imperial Guard is still using it, and this guy is just wielding one at the moment. He's also got his Catachan battle knife, which might be good, but he doesn't get any movement points. I could chuck a grenade, like right over there, to soften that guy up so that I can kill him. Let's do that. There we go. Frag grenade worked out pretty good. I can live with that. He doesn't have any AP left. So I'll end his turn. It'll pass back to this guy, who now should be able to kill the guy with the grenade, I hope. Yeah, it looks like we can kill the guy with the grenade. So the guy with the grenade just had his head took off. That's always nice. I've also got a universal long las over here, but it doesn't look like there's anything else I can really do. It's all grayed out, so I'm thinking you get to activate these 1 time per turn. We still have our Catachans, so let's hope nothing terrible happens. Oh no, dude, they're killing the prisoners. That concerns me. I don't like that they're killing the prisoners. That's probably going to reflect poorly on me. Is that going to hit my own guys? Yeah, let's just bulldoze through the front. Well, I was hoping that would have a little bit more killing power to it, but alas, it doesn't look like that worked. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to get in there. They have closed off the gate now, which is not ideal, but my Psyker's back up, so that's good. Would you, like, what does that do? Hold on, what is that right there? There's a little purple icon right there. What does that little purple icon mean? My Psyker has exactly 0 armor, so I'm not exactly stoked about the idea of having my Psyker run out to do some crazy nonsense right now. I can, however, Firestorm again. I want to see if Perils of the Warp happens. Oh, that's that good stuff right there, dude. That's how you call down the Emperor's vigor right there. Yo, my Ogryn! My Ogryn and his beefy, awesome armor. So he's going to execute a guy over there. We have like a timeline up top. I think we're just going to have to like run in and make this happen, but he's already in baseline. He should be able to handle this though. Ground slam or a mace melee attack. I can have him charge that way and then bash this goober. Oh, you missed? Oh no, dude. That's super bad. I need to get inside of here and like fix this problem. I strongly suggest that you Medicae. That's what I would do right now, is just Medicae it up. With your flamethrower, is there a chance that you can maybe sneak some fire onto that guy without hitting our Ogryn? She can. There we go. Let him taste the hot Promethium. Okay, now that Promethium has been effectively dispensed, I mean, I've got bad news. We're probably not going to be able to rescue the hostages, but that bad news also comes with really, really good news. And the good news is that the Inquisition does not care at all about innocence lost during the course of a mission. So more than likely, we won't be reprimanded for this. If we do get chewed out, it'll be by somebody that we can just flash the rosette at, and then they'll go pale and they'll run away in fear of what we'll do if they continue to press the issue. So, like, it may turn out okay, all things considered, but she's already healed herself. Did her cover get blowed up? Oh, her cover got blowed up. I didn't even notice that the cover was destructible. Well, that's not good, because now she's out in the middle of nowhere, so hopefully she does not become heroic. What does become heroic do? Oh, my morale hit 10, so I get like a limit break now. So what does this do? The officer removes all status effects, damage over time not removed from target ally, restores the morale to 0 if it's negative. That ally immediately gets an extra turn with 3 AP and 6 MP. Yeah, let's put that on him, because I need him to chug up here, and I need him to, like, open this door right here. Yeah, just demolish it, bro. Take that thing out, and then continue your absolute cavalcade of muscle and ass beating towards this guy, and we'll be there to reinforce you in just a second. That's about the best I can do for you. With your Ripper gun, you are welcome to open up on him with it if you want to. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of something. It's not, you know, super effective, but it'll do. Who else do we have right now? So where's that long Laz at? He's got the sniper rifle. His hit chance is probably not altogether that great against these guys that are up on the tower. I mean, technically he can shoot him, but there's a strong chance we're going to bust up our Ogryn in the attempt. So, like, I don't know if I want to go for it. Maybe just, like, what does that do again? Is that precise shot? In a 20-cell radius. Okay, I can choose a particular part of their body to wing my shot at. Just go for... He may actually count as being behind cover with that. Yeah, I can't target it. Okay, well, go for the arms then, I guess. It's a 50-50. We were going to flip a coin on that one either way, so that's just kind of the way that she goes. Another innocent has been mulched. We've lost about 33% of all the innocents that were available for help inside this mission. I do need to start making my way forward and, like, doing something with my time here. If you want to, by all means, feel free to just blast the hell out of both of them. Yeah, covering fire. Exactly. Just, you know, give them something to think about. You're the only one with armor, so, like, everybody else is going to have to cross the field with no armor, which is... What did you just do? Did you just do something? Hold on, what did you just autocast? I have no idea what you just autocasted. Do I have a text log around here that tells, oh, veil degradation. Anyways, is that why that happened? I don't know, but it looks like he just took an auto attack at somebody, and it looks like, did that, like, suppress him or something? What just happened to him? He's staggered. He cannot attack or defend. Okay, yeah, move everybody forward as fast as humanly possible, because I want to take out this guy in here if we can manage it. The toxin kind of sucks, but that's just sort of the way that it goes. Can you land a grenade anywhere useful? No grenade anywhere useful. We could do fettering, which they included in this game. The last time I played Dark Heresy, fettering had been removed. It was not a thing anymore. They had completely and totally removed it from the game. And so if I fetter my spellcast, I don't have to roll on the Psychic Phenomena table, and it reduces my veil degradation, so that's actually super good. I don't know if that's going to make anything bad happen, but everybody in the battlefield gets more burning when I do it. So, like, yeah, dude, you guys burn even harder than you're already burninating. There we go. Bring him up to fight with me. Yeah, big miss right there. That's what I like to see. So ideally, I need people off to the side. Are you ready to rock here? Are you ready to rock, Ogryn? Are you ready to make this thing happen? 14 damage right there with a 75% hit chance. Rock it! You missed a 75, bro. You missed a 75. I don't know what to do with you right now. I suppose just endure for the moment. You deal damage to every enemy that's adjacent to you, and you get some armor back, so, like, I can live with that. He's broken right now. If I can bring someone up a little bit closer, we can maybe take a shot at this guy. What's your other weapon? A shotgun? Okay, yeah, step up to there real quick. Let's see if we can at least rescue a couple hostages. Like, do our job to a bare minimum standard. There we go. Chirurgeon Necrotoxin. Okay. I think this guy's going to burn to death on his turn, so I'm going to try to wing a shot at that guy. We have 100% to the torso. Go get him, champ. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Precise. He's become broken with madness. I mean, I can have somebody be heroic again. Maybe, yeah, just keep giving all of our blessings to the Ogryn, dude. He's trying his best over here. There we go. The enemy is shattered and you win. Okay. Yeah, everybody just fall over dead and be eliminated. Hell yeah. So we get all of the loot. I'm going to have to go through that later, but all of it seems like it's pretty good. We've also got a new bonehead armor. I'll collect everything, and I think that's actually a good spot to stop off. This was a rad demo, dude. My only advice would be, given what happened when I played through Rogue Trader, just bug polishing. Bug polishing, bug polishing, bug polishing, because that was really, really upsetting when it happened in Rogue Trader. But so far, it seems like they've refined a number of the systems from the last game, and I am definitely interested. I mean, Warhammer 40K is one of the few things left that hasn't been turned into an IP for 8-year-olds in my life. All the things that I enjoy slowly go through that process, and Warhammer 40K hasn't yet, and so, like, I have to dive in whenever we play Warhammer 40K stuff. Thanks to Owlcat for sending this over. You didn't have to send me this exclusive. I appreciate it. This guy right here is T-posing for your generosity at the moment. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you all later. I've had no bugs. I've had no lag or anything else. The animations have bugged out once or twice while running around town, where they just kind of slide for a second, but they seem to fix themselves after that happens. And so I am optimistic about this playtest right here. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in, and that's all I got for you, folks. Bye.